Warner Brothers Discovery announces the appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran in charge of the DC Universe, leaving fans to wonder what is to come. The appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran at newly founded DC Studios finds them as co-chairs and co-CEOs. Together, they will lead the film, television, and animated divisions. The current president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, David Zaslav, will supervise them as the filmmaker and producer focus on the creative and business aspects of the studio. This is a long time coming in the continuous decline in ticket sales of DC's content. In part, this is also due to an overhaul at Warner Brothers Discovery as they try to handle the economic situation they have been dealt with since the merger. Last year, the $80 million film Batgirl was expunged so the studio could take a tax write-off. These abrupt decisions have led fans to wonder what is going on with the DC Extended Universe. The job at DC Studios is a monumental task that has troubled many in the past. In terms of output, there has yet to be a consistent flow of movies and television shows released to the public. Part of what James Gunn can do is bring order and consistency to the films. Gunn has a proven track record and an immense respect for this genre of filmmaking. He also has a large fan base that will ultimately want him to succeed as he continues forward. James Gunn is loved by his actors, and he has always been someone open to discussion. He is often taken to social media to discuss fan concerns. Above all, he is a tremendous writer that understands how something of this capacity has to be built and the time and effort it will take to compete with Marvel. James Gunn has been in the film industry for the entire digital era, seeing the arrival of CGI technology and special effects. Some of his credits include the Scooby-Doo franchise, Dawn of the Dead, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Suicide Squad. Gunn has received success with the HBO Max original Peacemaker, starring John Cena. A part that has always been relevant to how DC works is the competition with Marvel Studios. From a distance, it is easy to tell DC has taken the back seat to what Marvel has done. Over the last 15 years, the Marvel team has been able to create something historic. Marvel has stretched characters and plots through feature films, television series, and everything in between. In the grand scheme of things, they have created an all-encompassing universe that expands to so many mediums and reaches a large and diverse demographic of people. DC Films generally has a different tone than Marvel Studios. The characters are often darker, and the cities, although fake, are some of the roughest out there. The closest thing DC has had to an extended universe is the Snyderverse, an attempt to build out the Justice League, including a large ensemble of superheroes working together. After the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, it seemed it was up to Zack Snyder to revitalize these iconic heroes. His work was critiqued and overanalyzed in the process, though. Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice both received poor reviews from critics as well. The films felt rushed from this point on, as it was clear DC was trying to chase Marvel. Characters were rushed, plot lines felt silly, and all around it was too much, thus bringing an end to the Snyderverse and an era at DC. As of now, a few things can be concluded. To start, this is not the end of Matt Reeves or Todd Phillips, who both worked on separate projects relating to the DC universe. Both Joker and the Batman are set to continue in their own universes that are not necessarily in conjunction with what James Gunn and Peter Safran are trying to build. The upcoming Joker Folie à Deux will be under the supervision of additional new appoints to Warner Brothers, Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdy. Patty Jenkins has been left from any involvement after 2 Wonder Woman films. She has stated in interviews that the split was more amicable than the media made it seem, and that it was mainly due to create differences amongst herself and the newly appointed heads. Other films from the Snyderverse seem to be playing out, like the new Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and The Flash coming out in 2023. As to where these characters will land or continue down the line seems to still be up for debate as Gunn and Safran set the dates on their calendars. Dwayne Johnson has gone to social media updating his fans on the issue. It appears for now this may be a break for Black Adam, but it is possible for his return later in future movies down the road. While some projects will take place in the same universe, others like Harley Quinn will not. This alleviates pressure and creative constraints put on directors in the past and will allow for more natural and authentic work. Gunn and Safran will be under guard of everything from this point forward. The goal seems to be to create a layered universe that will allow for the filmmakers to have more individual expression infused into the projects. From this point on, it seems like James Gunn is the right move. Currently, they are building a 10-year plan that will allow for complete arcs. This DC Bible will act as the playbook as DC plans to develop more content not only for movies but also TV shows, animations, and video games. James Gunn's next film coming out is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, and Bradley Cooper. Other films in production are Coyote vs. Acme, Starsky and Hutch, and an untitled Superman project.
The fans here are just some of the best fans in the world. They're people from all over the world. They love these movies. They love comics. And to be able to share this with them before anyone else is a special moment for me.